Hi, my name is Georgia Smith and I have created a Stage 5 mathematics lesson plan focusing on leave loading and bonuses from financial maths. The following outcome has been selected from the NESA mathematics syllabus for Stage 5. A student can solve financial problems involving simple interest, earning money and spending money. The lesson aligns with the Australian Teaching Standards 1.5 and 4.1. The learning intention for the lesson is that students will be able to calculate leave loading by finding a percentage of normal pay and use it to determine an employer's pay during leave. The success criteria is that students will gain an understanding of leave loading and bonuses and accurately complete exit ticket exercise 2B questions 2 to 4 and 6 to 7. Prior learning involves being able to calculate weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and yearly earnings. Student 1, WJ, has a receptive language disorder and struggles to process information. They need the task broken down into clear steps with instructions written on the board and with clear examples to follow. The student needs to be sat away from noise either at the front or side of the classroom and to be provided with goals and checklists. Student 2, PL, has ASD level 2. They have a high sensitivity to sensory overload and need simplified instructions and scaffolds. They are working towards self-regulation techniques and use fidget toys during class time to try and stay in class. They work at a reduced workload and the teacher will speak with the student privately about their expectations for the lesson. Pictured is a slide from the PowerPoint presentation used during the class. It shows gradual release of responsibility being used through the I do, we do, and you do method. I utilise this method for a maths lesson specifically because of the ability for teachers to make decisions based on students' understanding and has the flexibility to be moved forward or backwards in steps depending on the student's readiness to progress. I have provided 2 examples of how I would demonstrate the questions on the whiteboard, moving slowly between each step. I would explain the step as I do it, providing students ample time to work it out or copy themselves. This provides for differentiation as students can either work ahead if they have an understanding or work with the teacher if they need deeper explanation. For WJ's receptive language disorder, I would provide them with an opportunity to select their seat towards the front of the classroom. This will minimize interference between the student and the teacher's voice. Furthermore, I would assist the student by helping with scaffolding. During the demonstrations, I would use words such as firstly, next, and last to emphasize the steps involved. This provides key words for the students to remember, hopefully cementing the knowledge for the student. In addition to this, I have provided the relevant formulas on each slide to prompt all students, however, with WJ in mind. This acts as a reminder for the student of where to begin. This is shown here. Modelling is used during the I do and we do to provide guidelines for them to follow as well. With PL's ASD level 2, it is important to ensure a welcoming environment is provided and the student is able to sit where they are most comfortable. This is done at the front of the room in front of the teacher's desk. This provides for easy check-ins that do not draw attention to the student. I have created this checklist that would be laminated to be reused every lesson. It provides structure for the student and promotes them to be independent with their organisation. I would set up the student's desk before they enter the classroom with their workbook, textbook, fidget toys, and checklist. The use of fidget toys is used to provide a calming outlet during emotional surges that may arise. I would check in with the student at the beginning of the you do part of the lesson to provide them with a goal for their lesson. I would write the questions they need to complete at the top of their checklist for their exit ticket. These would be the questions 2 to 4 from the exercise only. I've chosen the following method as a form of formative assessment for the lesson. It is both an immediate and ongoing type of assessment as it records students' efforts of an individual lesson as well as per topic. The log has 3 simple options for each student. 2 ticks is completed to an excellent standard, 1 tick is completed to a satisfactory, and a line is not satisfactory. This log is completed per lesson in the last 5 minutes as the exit ticket is checked. When completing the work log, a standard-based approach can be used to subjectively establish achievable standards for each student. For example, a student capable of completing all exit ticket activities and some extension activities will need to complete those given activities to receive 2 ticks. On the other hand, students P, L, and WJ might only need to complete a portion of the lesson to receive 2 ticks. While these expectations vary from student to student, it is important to reassure all students whether or not they are meeting the standards of the teacher, and it is the teacher's job to ensure these are communicated with students. Formative assessment style as it is an accurate log of the student's work and provides evidence for the teacher. The evidence can be used to inform future teaching and used in conversations with both students and parents through oral feedback. It promotes strengthening of new learning as teachers can use this data to find strengths and weaknesses in their students' learning and therefore their teaching. It allows teachers to decide whether their students are ready to move on to further learning in the following lesson. This allows teachers to adhere to Standard 5.2, provide feedback to students on their learning. In conclusion, my lesson plan for Stage 5 Mathematics meets the required NESA outcome, aligns with 2 APST standards, provides differentiation for students with processing disorders and ASD, uses the teaching strategies of explicit teaching and gradual release of responsibility, and provides teacher and student feedback through formative assessment.